need parents to know this. So I teach stress reduction workshops. It's one of the things I do. I have diverse interests. I've had a very diverse career. And one of the things that I do is I teach stress reduction. And so taking a look at the impact that it has on adults, what does stress sickness look like? It looks like headaches. It looks like digestive issues. It looks like skin problems. It looks like sleep issues. It looks like strained relationships. It looks like aggravated medical conditions. Like if you have seizures, epilepsy, if you have schizophrenia, then aggravated medical conditions means that a person with epilepsy will be experiencing more seizures. Somebody who has schizophrenia and their stress has been elevated, they're going to be experiencing more frequent or more aggravated breaks with reality. And so stress sickness, often, you go to your doctor and I'm having this problem, and here's your prescription, take your Tylenol, all right, we'll run some tests. But unless stress is identified as the root cause, then somebody ends up cycling around in the medical system, not getting answers, or they just end up on general pain medication. What's the pain? You are experiencing debilitating, draining stress. So when I talk with parents about prevention, because another hat that I wear is first aid instruction, even better than responding to an emergency is knowing how to stop it from happening in the first place. When I try to tell parents, you got to look at preventing these stress diseases for your child. I see people in the rat race and see their energy being misused, and this horrible feeling that they have of, I don't have energizing stress of taking on something that I'm passionate about, but instead I'm seeing all my resources go down the drain. I'm operating in a deficit day to day and I don't know how to keep doing this. You've got to protect your child from that. Don't let them end up there in the first place. Parents look at me going, well, what are you talking about? They're kids. Just by very virtue of being a child, they're protected from the rat race. They're not in a career yet. And that's not how it works. And it's actually insanely sad. And parents, I need you to know this. When I have taught workshops in high schools, guess what I see? Students who are struggling with headaches, students who are struggling with sleep, with digestive issues, who have skin issues, who have strained relationships, who have aggravated medical issues. And these students, they're experiencing the rat race. Well, what the heck is going on? They don't have careers. They don't have mortgages. How is it possible that they're in the rat race? There is a school version of it. There is an education version of it. And when I talk about getting out of the rat race, and especially when I focus on the schooling side, the education side, this isn't about whether or not they're in the formal system or if they're homeschooling or if you're this is education related stress. Your kid has their own version of the rat race. And the problem is that the version of the rat race that your kid got sucked into happened sometime around when they were conceived. When you became aware of their existence, and the second you started tuning into all the resources available to you as an expecting parent, then there were already a ton of corporations and a ton of social influences that started speaking into your life about, do you have that education savings set aside? Are you saving up for college or university? The gifts start coming in. How many of you, while your baby was still not even in the world yet, they just existed, but they weren't in the world yet, were receiving gifts for their education? And how many of you received educational toys, preparing them for success? And it starts so young. And it's so complex, and it's such a conglomeration of factors coming together that people, if I don't even recognize they're in it, you are swimming in water, and so you don't see the water. It's just the environment. It's air. You're just in it all the time. You don't even recognize that it's there. So I need parents to know that the rat race is not waiting for your child when they get a job, when they get a mortgage. It was waiting for them before they even showed up. And so please, I've seen what it looks like at the adult version, and it's bad. And I've seen what it looks like at the high school student version, and the middle school student version, and the elementary school student version, and the freaking preschool version. We need to protect our kids, and we need to be educating ourselves about this concept of how to protect our children from the rat race. So would you do me a favor, please? And really, by doing me a favor, do yourself a favor, do your kid a favor. In my link, in my bio, there's a link that will take you to my ebook. I have put together a package of information, and I'm a foundational principles person, which means this. I'm not interested in attack this thing over here and attack this thing over here and putting in all this unnecessary effort to try and attack the 10 billion little things up here that are crushing us all. I love foundational principles. What is the thing that if I do this at the base, it is going to destroy so many things that were trying to take me down because I attacked the root of the problem. I put together an entire book of concepts that from preschool to post-secondary and beyond act as protective measures for your child, for you, protecting from the rat race, protecting from the hustle, protecting from the grind, and helping to set your child up for success. And with this concept of like, no, you're already there, then let's attack this and watch all these other amazing things come together. I don't really know what else to say. All I know is that it's not just waiting for your kid as an adult. It starts so young. Please, it's never too early. It's never too late. Grab my ebook. Protect yourself and your child from the rat race.